Welcome to Mondays with Meg. I am so excited to have this time with you every single Monday morning. So much fun. Every week we are going to be talking about something different. To be honest, all different things about living intentionally, maybe some different things that my coaching clients are struggling with, or maybe even I'm struggling with. But every week we're just going to have a real authentic conversation about it. Some weeks I am going to have special guests on with us, and we'll talk about that more at the end of our time together this morning. Today, our big topic that we are going to be discussing together is 5 things that you can do, real life things that you can do starting today to begin to live a life with intent. And I will tell you, this is probably the game changer for every single one of my coaching clients. And I'm excited to share this information with you this morning. Now, keep in mind, this is not an exhaustive list at all, okay? But it's definitely a great place to start. So it was really difficult for me to narrow this down to 5 things, but I do believe these are 5 things that you can use today, whatever you have going on, to start really living a life with intent. So I don't know if you're like me. You probably are, since we're friends, right? But I will tell you, I feel like my task list every day is just always growing. Like, I might actually check something off, and then it feels like 5 minutes later, I have like 20 more things being added to my list. Does anyone relate? I don't know. I mean, this literally is my life. And I'll tell you, most of my coaching clients are either like work-at-home moms, or they're women running their own creative business, and like me, from home, running their own creative business from home. And for me, it is crucial that I am living intentionally every single day with how I spend my time on tasks that I actually choose to do in order to keep my people, my dogs, my home, my business, everything running smoothly. So I really think that this is an important topic for us to start with today. I will tell you, as much as I like to think that I can do it all, I can't. And I hate to be the one to tell you this, but you can't either. Sorry, not sorry. I mean, we can't, not even close. So what I will tell you is that being intentional about how you walk out each day isn't as hard as you think. It doesn't mean you'll actually do every single thing that you want to do, but it does mean that you will do the things that you really need to be doing, not the distractive kind of stuff. And it also doesn't mean that you'll do things perfectly, because guess what? That doesn't matter. That's not what's important. What's really important is making sure that you're focusing on the things that are important. And the only way I know to do that is to be intentional about what you actually are doing. So I hope you're ready for the first thing that we're going to talk about. Good morning, everyone who has jumped on since I started talking. I'm so glad that you're here with me. So if you want to live intentionally, here are 5 things that you can do today to really start making this happen in your life. Number 1 is arguably the most important one, and that's rest. Rest or sleep, or both. Okay, preferably both. Good morning, Domo. Rest is vital to being intentional, friends. I really need you to hear this right now. So many of my clients are type A personalities. They burn the candle at both ends, all these things. And I'm guilty of that too sometimes, guys. But I will tell you, rest is so important. You need to rest. When you are rested, you can think more clearly. I know I can. Which means you can actually get more done and be more productive for your family, for your business, for all the things, right? I will tell you that being very purposeful and intentional about getting enough sleep will help you be more intentional and productive with everything that you do. And if that's been the situation with you, I would love for you to share that with me. How has, have getting more rest helped you with your family, with your business? I know for me, I just think so much more clearly. I'm not as emotional. I don't get as off track on things that are distracted by things that don't matter to what I really need to be working on. Okay, are you ready for thing number 2? Routines, guys. Routines, and then for extra credit, actually set a timer for yourself with these routines that you put in place. I will tell you, creating a routine, whether it's for you, for your family, both, any of those things is essential to being intentional. You have to really, for me, for my business especially, it's crucial for me to have certain things on autopilot that I don't even have to think about. It's just part of my routine. And so I want to encourage you to do that. Really creating some habits and rhythms in your day will go a long way in making you more productive and more intentional. So really, sticking to an intentional and predictable schedule not only is going to be helpful for you, but maybe for the people that you work with, if it's for your job, or even for your family, just to know what to expect. It makes everything flow more smoothly, and really also it makes it easier to get back on track if you have kind of strayed a little bit. And I'll be honest, I don't think I would get anything done if I didn't stick to my routine. For real, I get distracted pretty easily. And one thing that I have done to really help me with that is to be very specific in what my end of day routine for my workday looks like. And I feel like it's important for me to share this with you. Some of my clients actually do this at the complete end of their day. I do it at the end of my workday, where I go ahead and plan out what my next day is going to look like and adjust accordingly if there were certain things that I wasn't able to get done that specific day. But building that into my daily routine has changed everything for me, so that when I go to start my work day the next day, I already know exactly what I'm going to be working on. I don't have to waste any time jumping into it by not even knowing where I'm going to focus. Okay, number three, we're getting there, guys. Definitely inking in, not penciling in where you can erase, but inking in downtime. Okay, every day, I really intentionally take some time in the middle of my day to slow down and rest. Usually, it can some days be only about 10 or 15 minutes, but other days, it needs to be longer than that, and I listen to myself with that. And I've found that every single time that I do, I still get everything done. It's magic, right? So really taking some time in the middle of your day to recoup and rejuvenate, to be everything that you need to be for the rest of your day. I might read, I might journal, I might literally do nothing. I might stare at the wall during that time, I might meditate, but I definitely shut off everything and just take some time to be still. I call it my quiet time, and I really take that time to just breathe in the middle of my day and get myself set for whatever is coming next. It has been a game changer for me. I will tell you, you will not be helpful to anyone in your life, including you, if you're running on fumes towards the end of your day, like let's say at the end of your workday. That's when your people need you, right? Or maybe you need you for the next part. Maybe that's when you work on your business because you have a 9-to-5 job during the day. Really taking some time to reset and refocus and just breathe a little bit so you can move forward is crucial. I will tell you, this is also a great place for you to use a timer, just like with your routines, with keeping on track with a timer throughout the day. Setting a timer for this time in your day is not a bad idea either, especially if you have littles at home with you. You can make this a family thing where everybody has their quiet time at that part of the day. And you can even give it a fancy name if that helps. Go for it. Whatever works. Number 4 is determining your win. Like I mentioned earlier, my to-do list is usually super crazy. But what I do to make it more manageable is I pick 3 items that I absolutely have got to get done that day. And I put them at the top of my list. I put stars next to them. I make a really big deal about them because when I finish those things, I've won. Anything else I get done is great, but I pick 3 that are non-negotiables that I absolutely have got to focus on. And typically I'll do those first, to be honest. But I feel like when I need to be motivated to stay intentional about what I'm doing. Maybe you're the same. I don't know. Maybe I'm weird, whatever. But really giving myself something to be motivated really helps me to keep going and not just turn on Netflix or do something super distracting. So play games with yourself like that. I will tell you, it really makes a big difference for me. And number 5 is so near and dear to my heart, you guys. Number 5 is all about looking up. Okay, and what I mean by that is turning off your distractions. We are so connected in our society. We're like hyper connected at this point in our society where literally if we hear the buzz of our phones, we jump, or the buzz of our watch, or the buzz of anything, we jump to it. And I'm just as guilty of this, guys. I have to be super intentional about turning those things off. And I want to encourage you to do that today. Turning off your electronics and being fully present right where you are really helps you to be so much more productive in your day. One thing you can do is put your phone to silent. I highly encourage that. And also you can schedule in your day when you do things like check emails, check your texts, those kind of things. You do not need to do that all day long. Not necessary, guys. I know that this won't work for everyone. I get that. Some people have things in their life where that is not possible. But if this works for you, please do it. Please allow yourself some space with your technology. I will tell you, since when I do this, and I need to be more consistent with it, real talk, right? When I do this, I am so much more productive. It has cut down on the temptation to be connected all the time and really makes it so I'm been able to move forward in so many aspects, especially with my business. So even if you're, whether you are working from home, whether you are just at home, whether you are at a coffee shop, whether you are at your workplace, wherever that might be, really taking time to look up away from your technology and look at the people around you really helps you to be intentional and stay focused on what matters most, which are relationships, guys. That's the big secret. So, no matter where you are, take the time to do this. See what happens. See what might be different about that might change everything for you that you haven't been able to notice because you've been so intense in what you've been doing, looking down, okay? Please connect with the people around you. Don't let the tasks and your to-do list rule your life. You are faced literally with thousands of choices all day long on what is going to get your time and your attention, and being intentional about what's going to win with that really makes all the difference in helping you be happier, more fulfilled, and just really feeling more confident in every single aspect of your life. So there's my 5 tips today, guys. I hope that was helpful for you. Y'all are super quiet. Hello, I'm glad you're there. I will tell you, next week is going to be totally different. I have a very special guest coming on with us next week. Do you want to know who it is? I want to tell you. It is my dear, sweet friend, Kara Benz, who is Boho Berry. If you don't know who she is, come on, guys. Google Boho Berry. She is the queen of journaling and planning, and she's a very dear friend of mine. And we're going to have a real conversation next Monday, 8 a.m. Central, right here. We're going to be talking about self-care. So if there's any specific questions that you have about that, please reach out. Let me know. I would love to have those ready for her. Otherwise, I can't wait to have this conversation with her and you. And Michelle, I'm so glad you enjoyed these tips. Let me know how it goes today, guys, as you begin to walk this stuff out. Let me know how it goes. I want to hear all about it. And if you miss this in any way, it's okay. I'm going to post it. It's going to be on my weekly newsletter. Sign up for that. If you don't get that, it's going to be on IGTV. It's going to be on my YouTube channel. It's going to be all the places. So it's okay. And I hope you have a fabulous day. I love you so much and I want to hear from you. So put a comment on here. Let me know what you thought. Let me know how these tips work. And we'll talk next Monday. Have a great day, friends. Bye-bye.